In today's video, there's so much happening in the MMA world that we have to talk about.
Hello everyone, what's my reaction?
Tom Aspinall has finally responded to Jon Jones' retirement. Ilia Topuria recently made it clear he's open to fighting Paddy Pimblett if he can beat Charles Oliveira. And on top of all that, Dana White just got a big invite to Dagestan. We'll also quickly touch on the chaos that went down in Baku.
No, I want more. Now I won't go away. Come on, give me more.
So let's not waste a second. Remember when Tom Aspinall boldly said, "I'll retire Jon Jones" without even fighting him?
There's no way on earth that he's going to fight me. Not a chance. I will retire Jon Jones without even fighting.
Looks like he meant it. Jon Jones is officially done. Dana White confirmed the news during UFC Baku, but fans aren't letting it go that easily. They were quick to remind Dana that just back in December he gave his word 100% that Jon Jones would fight Aspinall.
Who's behind the scene is not a guy that turns down fights.
Would you guarantee 100% we see that fight?
Yeah, I'll say 100%. Jon Jones called us last night and retired. Jon Jones is officially retired. Tom Aspinall is the heavyweight champion of the UFC.
I will retire Jon Jones without even fighting him. That's something that I said.
I'll just come out and ask you, do you think he's ducking Tom Aspinall?
No. Jon Jones, I said it a million times, I'll say it again, he's never ducked anybody other than that one goofy time with the Chael Sonnen thing. He's never ducked anybody, and you know, I think the reality is, whatever changed his mind with this fight, I don't know, you'd have to ask him that, but you know, he's 38 years old, and I don't know.
Do you think if it was someone like Alex Pereira, he would fight them? And it's maybe Tom that he specifically doesn't fancy the matchup, doesn't fancy the age difference?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to these questions. Only he does. You know, we had the fight done. Listen, our job is to make the biggest fights we can make and the fights that the fans want to see, and that's what we try to do. But the minute somebody starts talking about retirement, you know my philosophy on that.
Jon Jones put out an emotional statement confirming his retirement from the UFC. He wrote, "Today I'm officially announcing my retirement from the UFC. This decision comes after a lot of reflection, and I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for the journey I've experienced over the years. MMA will always be a part of who I am, and I'm excited to see how I can continue to contribute to the sport and inspire others in new ways. Thank you all for being part of this incredible journey with me. The best is yet to come." He posted that on social media, and fans everywhere were left stunned. But there's also another layer to this. Some believe Jon didn't retire out of choice. Rumors have been swirling about a legal issue, a car accident back in February 2025. Jon responded to the rumors saying, "Remember, even the media can get it wrong sometimes if they don't have all the facts. Don't believe everything you read online." Daniel Cormier reacted to Jones stepping away, calling him one of the greatest to ever enter the octagon. He said no one will ever match Jones's dominance.
We're talking about a kid that started this thing at like 19, 20 years old. He has spanned 3 different eras of heavyweights and light heavyweights. He did the Vitor Belforts and the Shogun Huas and the Rampage Jacksons. And then he moved on to the Rashad Evans and myself and Alexander Gustafsson, into Santos, Reyes, Anthony Smith, all the way back to Stipe. Nobody gets that amount of time at the top without the crowd catching you. Because when you're the best, everyone's training to beat you. Jon Jones somehow managed to not only stay relevant, but also win every time he stepped foot in that octagon. Everything else aside, all the stuff outside of the octagon, he won every time. He was put in a fight with a man one-on-one, and he beat me in Anaheim, Brett. And I can tell you this, without question, I beat Stipe Miocic. I became the Strikeforce heavyweight champion, UFC light heavyweight champion. I was never better than that time in Anaheim. That was the best I've ever been, and he beat me. And because of that, I will always respect him for his skills and what he did inside the octagon. Between those in that 8-sided fence, there was no.
Cormier also left the door open for a possible return. He believes if Tom Aspinall loses his next fight, there's a chance we might see Jon Jones come back.
No every great champion from Muhammad Ali to George St. Pierre to Chuck Liddell to myself, they've all left the ladder down. Very few people don't. Very few people leave without opening the door for that next guy to get a chance. Khabib did it. Floyd Mayweather never really gave that opportunity. Floyd said, I'm going to protect what I got, make a lot of money and take the fights when I want them, where I want them. That's what Jon's doing. Doesn't want to fight Tom. And I honestly feel like if Tom loses, he would come back. And that's crazy to me because that's going to only...
Meanwhile, Tom Aspinall shared his own thoughts. He's now officially the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion. His message was simple and powerful. It's time to get this heavyweight division going, an active, undisputed champion.
Hi everyone, the news has broken. I'm sure everybody's seen it. UFC undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Moving forward, very, very important to me, just that I acknowledge everybody quickly who has supported me in this, I'm not going to say it was a tough time, but a bit of a challenging time over like the last kind of 10, 11 months that I have been inactive due to no fault of my own, but luckily that is all behind us now. Massively appreciate the support from everybody, massively appreciate the support going forward. I am going to keep this thing as active as possible. I want to be the best heavyweight ever to walk the face of the earth. I'm going to defend this thing as many times as I possibly can. I'm going to keep you guys entertained. I'm going to really give back to everybody who has shown me support over the last year, over the last 5 years, over the last 10 years. Really appreciate the support and love from everybody, and we're going to see an active, defending UFC heavyweight undisputed champion going forward. Thank you guys.
So yeah, Jones is done. The dream matchup between him and Aspinall does not happening. But guess what? UFC fans might be getting something just as exciting. Tom Aspinall versus Alex Pereira. There were already whispers about this back during UFC 300. It didn't happen then. But now, the Jones is out of the picture, the door's wide open again. Pereira was recently seen weighing in at 243.8 pounds, much more than his usual 230. That got everyone buzzing. Could he be going heavyweight? Pereira addressed it in a recent interview, saying his focus right now is on Magomed Ankalaev. He wants revenge and to get his light heavyweight title back. In his words, let those guys kill each other at heavyweight. I'm focused on light heavyweight for now. Still, he didn't fully shut the door. If the timing and the offer are right, he might step up to fight Tom Aspinall.
Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall. No disrespect, to Magomed Ankalaev, but is anybody really clamoring for that fight of like we need to see it again? And there are other names at light heavyweight that can compete in there and that would be happy to be in there. You've got some stars in Yuri Prochazka. Hell, I mean, this wasn't the greatest performance from Khalil Roundtree, but maybe you could throw him in there. It's just there's names up there. There's things you can do. So honestly, I would be shocked if at least the potential for that is not discussed in the matchmaker meeting, because if you're looking to kick this thing off right and you're looking to start the reign of Tom Aspinall right, and you're looking to make it the biggest fight you could possibly make it, I think that's the biggest fight right now. And that's no disrespect to the rest of the heavyweight division. That's no disrespect to Cyril Gane. But if you're looking for superstars and you're looking for eyeballs and excitement and people to be fired up, yeah, Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall sounds.
Now, Jon Jones' retirement shocked fans everywhere, but Khabib and Dana White might already have someone to fill that gap. Two-time Olympic champ Abdulrashid Sadulaev is ready to enter the UFC. Khabib helped translate during a phone call with Dana where Sadulaev made his interest clear, and while they were at it, Khabib invited Dana to visit Dagestan.
Just eating, having dinner.
Good. Хабиб, скажи, что чемпионат России готовимся, на мир готовимся.
They preparing for Russian championship. It's full-time Olympic champion. He wanna be in UFC. Good luck. Удачи, говорит.
Спасибо. Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
Thank you. He's 87 kilo. He's light heavyweight. For your boy, Jon Jones.
Скажи от всех дагестанцев ему большой бархала за то, что наших ребят поддерживаете.
Young generation, thank you so much.
Мы ждем его в Дагестане, скажи, все его любят.
Khabib and Islam Makhachev also showed up in Baku to support their friend and teammate Tagir Ulanbekov, who won against Kazakhstan's Azat Maksum, but the crowd didn't agree with the judges. They booed loudly. It was a close fight and Maksum seemed to have the edge. He blocked all of Ulanbekov's takedowns and even landed 3 successful throws of his own. When the result was read out, Tagir went straight to Maksum and told him this was the toughest fight of his career. And for the record, that's the same Tagir who always makes Khabib nervous. If you've ever seen Khabib yelling like crazy in someone's corner, it was probably because of Tagir.
Ну, знаете, я такой спортсмен, на которого надо орать. Я, когда выхожу в клетку, я могу немного, так скажем, первый раунд, как он мне говорит, ты всегда спишь там и так далее, и всегда нужно кричать. Ну, когда в углу такой человек, который прошел такой путь, у него были сложные бои, был сложный путь, и он знает, каково, да, какие дать правильные подсказки. Вот. Когда у тебя в углу такие люди, там, Khabib, Islam, ты мотивирован, такой бываешь мотивированный и знаешь, что ты будешь получать правильные подсказки.
UFC Baku was wild from start to finish, but the fight that really had fans losing their minds, Nazim Sadikov versus Nicholas Motta, it was a war. Sadikov, also known as the Black Wolf, looked like he was down and out, but came back with a stunning knockout in round 2. The arena exploded. Dana White noticed Sadikov didn't just win a bonus for performance of the night, he got fight of the night too. His post-fight reaction was raw and emotional.
You ready?
Whoa.
UFC just called my phone.
Seriously?
You had a 100K bonus.
Yes! Oh. Open the door. Police. Yo, I just hit 100K. No way. I just hit 100K. Oh, I just hit 100K.
Another emotional highlight came from Rafael Fiziev. Getting a win in front of his home crowd meant the world to him. During Fiziev versus Bahamodiz, the energy in the Baku arena was electric. But something odd happened right after. Fans started leaving, and not just a few. Huge sections of the crowd walked out before the main event. It was 2:00 AI, and people felt they had already seen the best fight. Sadly, they were right. The main event between Jamahal Hill and Khalil Roundtree Jr. fell flat. Fans were expecting fireworks. Instead, they got a slow, forgettable fight. Now let's talk about Ilia Topuria. He might finally be done chasing Islam Makhachev. For months, he's been calling Islam out, begging for a super fight. But now, things have changed. Topuria recently said he's willing to fight Paddy Pimblett if Paddy can get past Charles Oliveira. Islam, on the other hand, has gone quiet. He barely even responds to Topuria now. If he really wanted that fight, you'd expect him to keep the rivalry going, firing shots, keeping the hype alive. But that's not what's happening. It seems like Topuria has moved on. And get this, Paddy Pimblett spoke out too. He said if Topuria called him out, the UFC will make the fight happen. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Topuria gets a title shot without another win. But what do you think about all of this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It helps us a lot and we really appreciate it.